It is days later, and I am unfortunately still sick. Battle of Imagined Raised Up. That's great. I haven't played games in days because I was really hoping I was going to be better. I'm really not. But I have no games left for upload. I mean, Genshin probably shouldn't be the game I play because I have Genshin episodes to get me through the week. I don't have any Final Fantasy. I should be playing Final Fantasy, but fuck, I didn't need to get through this goddamn quest. So let's go. The game did say this is going to take a protracted amount of time, so no matter how shit I feel, I'm locked in for a certain amount of time. Yes, Paimon, yes we are. Against my better bodily judgment. Yeah, not a moment to lose. Rar, rar. Yep, you can just feel my excited vibes right now. You don't need to worry. Come on, let's go. I swear my talking is worse because my throat isn't inherently sore, although it does feel tender still. But my cold has gone up to my nose and it's impeding my ability to speak. I'm such a pathetic sick person. Alright, that orange light. I like it. I mean, I've always despised phlogiston. I think it's repulsive, but this looks pretty over here. Can't believe they've wrecked my pyro for phlogiston. That was the worst bait and switch ever in this game, and I'm not pleased about that. Ooh! Look at these little tree thingies and the sprouting rocks. Yeah, I really don't care about that anymore. It never gives me time to read it. Yeah, that's unique. I like it. Now, I do have a criticism. Oh, I just realized I'm Lamine. A criticism of this. Oh, because I was Alhaitham when I dropped in. That's why I didn't pay attention to the fact that I suddenly changed to Lamine. That looks pretty cool, though. I mean, just look at the centering of that. That's amazing. From the last time I played, I think the game does a poor job of giving exposition and lore and stuff and just pure dialogue. Because it does it in these kinds of situations where you can't pause what's been said, and what's been said isn't on the screen long enough. And this quest chain has been a brilliant example, and it gave me my phlogiston back. Interesting. A prime example of that, in that it keeps giving dialogue, but I'm too busy to pay attention. I'm in combat, but Paimon's yapping to me down here. I cannot multitask. Most people cannot multitask in that way, even if it was verbal dialogue and we're hearing it. Again, if I'm in combat or I'm doing exploration, most people can't multitask because you're focusing on one task. And it's always bad to give dialogue while the player is doing something else, no matter what game it is. It's really bad, and games need to stop doing it. But they also need to stop giving information down here and up here where you can't pause it and not have the chance to read it in its entirety. It's really breaking my immersion of this particular quest line. I don't even know what's happening now because I've missed like most of these chosen of dragons speeches because they just go too quickly. And yeah, okay, it's a little different because I have to read it aloud for the Let's Play as opposed to someone playing and they can read it faster. But still, it needs to be up there for longer. Or it needs to let me click to say, yes, I acknowledge, or something like that. Or just put it into a fudging cutscene. Like, there are so many ways to get around this problem. Games just need to, Genshin in particular, need to stop giving information in that manner. Because I really don't care about the end of this quest line now. I've missed so much information and dialogue because of this. And of course, how bad the previous bits were. So it's just ruined this quest for me. Just wanted to be very upfront about that. That looks really cool. I like that. I like the orange steam coming off. It's very nice. Although I'm really not sure how these embers are coming through the stone floor. That's a little immersion breaking. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, what? That says defeat the Source Dragon mech? I wasn't ready for that. Am I gonna die? Oh, I'm Lamine. Oh, well, yep, we're dead. What are we? We're a Hydra Traveler. See, like this. I've got dialogue when I'm supposed to be doing combat. I can't focus on that. I can't heal as well as this particular character. Oh, I killed myself. No, yes, I magically heal. Okay. That's nice. You hit nothing with that. Congratulations. Excuse me, sir. You need to stay still so I can actually hit you. Are you doing anything constructive over there? Nope. Okay, that's nice. I don't really know what you want me to do about that. I don't have a shield.
Bombs away!
I hate it when they make us play the Traveler. Who actually levels the Traveler? That's nice. I can't even get out of that. And I'm dead. I mean, what do you want me to do? It's an unleveled character, and you put me in a pyramid that I can't get out of. I really don't know what you want of me. Wait, must open. Well, you can't engage, so you're just gonna wallop it? Can't open. Well, buddy, I don't see any other recourse for you, so the best of luck. I can try that power. Okay, go for it. One who speaks coldly. At this rate, the disordered power will devour your frail body utterly. Even so, you surprise me. I did not expect that you could use the power within your blood to such an extent without having received the proper guidance. Come, accept the guidance of the true sacred flame. Let the power bear you up, rather than use your body to bear this power. Come forth. Long have I awaited you, chosen of dragons, dragonborn who braved the flame and returned. As the light why can't you show, not tell? As the light floats around you. I mean, this company has so much money. Make a goddamn cutscene. As light floats around you, the rampaging power within your body seems to circulate, submitting to some ever-shifting cycle. Your body seems to adapt to this change. It is just like the moment when you gained wisdom from the liquid phlogiston you immerse yourself in. I also protest to the fact that it's saying you. I am not the Saurian. I am not Giaba. I am Lumine, or Lunara, the Traveller. So I don't like the shift in perspective. They're trying to immerse me by using you. It's just unimmersing me. It's breaking me out because this is not the character I am playing. Countless images flow through into your mind, following the circulating power, almost as if they are being reassembled and read out to you. Come, I have something to show you. The speaker's voice seems immeasurably distant, and after that, both your body and consciousness fall into a white abyss. White abyss is unusual. That's not white, honey. That's gold. Did he just age? Open your eyes, descendant of the Flame Lord. I believe this is the second time I have formally met you in this form. Rar, cough. Wait, my voice is... Oh, the scarf... Just breathe, Mish. It can't hurt you. The scarf that was tied to his tail has now magically retied itself on his wrist. Because that's how growing up magic works. And my body too. You have briefly achieved the form of a mature dragon after your power was channeled with the proper guidance. I still don't get the whole dragon thing. He's a goddamn Depetlosaurus. There is nothing draconic about him. It's a little frustrating. Were that not the case, sorry, sniffly nose, I have to keep pausing to blow my nose. That savage strength would have warped your form. In an earlier aeon, the phlogiston-rich soils that sustained Natlan were regarded by the Heavenly Reaver as a form of so-called holy soil phenomenon. They cast sky nails down to destroy the land. We dragons boast extreme adaptability and evolutionary capacity, but this was used against us. Countless dragonborn could only devolve so as to survive in present-day Natlan. But the bloodline is not changed. That which Shikotsu would not admit, the mark on one's horn would prove. For in the beginning, it was through this horn that the Pyro Dragon Sovereign first transmitted flaming light and wisdom. So the removal of the blessing was a lie you made up. I have no idea what's going on, I'm going to be honest. They're throwing English words at me, but none of this is making any sense. I mean, one of a mission. If not guided correctly, this disordered power would indeed kill most Saurians who bear the blessing. The only question became whether we can control the blessing's occurrence or not. The answer was that we had a high chance of success. Oh. You keep showing me him from this side, so I can't see his, quotation marks, blessing. But you do not speak falsely even so. I did intend to use a human to unseal the volcano, and used Blanque's oath to have a human bring back the other golden treaty. Well, why did your plan change then? Which is why I created that legend in the first place, and I would not name it an honourable tactic. Many other great humans who have died for this cause. Does honour really matter in this particular circumstance? But you will understand in time that I no longer had any other choice. I mean, permit me to disagree. What's the end goal here that you had no choice? Or was it just your own ambition? At this point, I can't tell. So, the so-called Chosen of Dragons refers to both the chosen dragon and the chosen human who brings the dragon here. Okay, so I wasn't losing my marbles. Part of it is still relating to the Traveller. It's just that once you were brought here, the human's duty had already ended. None but you remained to tread the final path. Huh? Wait a minute, those words, they ring in my head. Why? Now, you have mastered the way dragonborn speak. A distant thing indeed. From the brute cries of Natlan's Saurian kind. Ha! I agree. And if you willed it, you could have any intellect intelligent being understand your words? Permanently or just for the moment while he's all, amped up? Indeed, the phlogiston within your body and the information and wisdom passed down from antiquity through the primal flame will also begin emerging. I still don't understand what this dude's end goal is. You're the sage of stolen flame. What should I call you? Kukulkan then? That was the first of my names, and also the one that bound me most tightly. Later, however, as my list of names grew, it grew to be insignificant. But Kukulkan was... forget it. Though all names will very soon become meaningless, you may simply call me that for now. Strange. I feel like I've forgotten something very important. Confused? Well, it is quite normal to, after having reattained wisdom, be flooded by the sea of information. But if you'd like me to assuage... one of those words that you never hear verbally. Assuage your discomfort. Allow me to change into a form you'll find more familiar. Gru. Well, what do you think? Quite convenient, no? I knew it! Is that actually him, or is that just to make me feel comfortable? I can't tell. Should you desire it, our transformative arts will reveal themselves to you with but a thought. Oh my. Though you will require the help of some little souls too. Some little souls? As in to devour, or just in help from other people? Don't know. It's fine, I'm happy with the way I am. Fair enough. Forgive me for being presumptuous. That is how the story began, no? In that case, let us start this way too. Anyway, come with me. Speak to the one who names themselves Kukulkan. I mean, I assume I'm just going on the golden path. With little other recourse, yeah, that's the plan. I don't know that I like the lines and symmetry of those lights. I would have preferred were they random. Anywho, I'm still just very confused. Oh, for God's sake. This is the true heart of the Sacred Mountain, the place of... See what I fucking mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening here because I don't have time to read the fucking text. Whatever, you guys can just give me a fucking recap when I'm done. I'm past caring at this point. The river from beyond the skies once froze Shokotl in lava, causing him to fall into a false death. I don't even know who the fuck Shokotl is, quite honestly. You keep throwing the name at me, but I don't know who that is. I don't know anything. When the Dragon King Nibelung descended from beyond the circles of this world, he was called forth by the abyss and awoke from his long dream. The river annihilated the great black-winged lord at great cost, and at that moment our fiery sovereign, who had been steeped in the abyss, regained brief, tragic clarity. As he saw it then, this realm, once ruled by wisdom's blazing light, now lay shattered. A land once suffused by primal flame was now corroded by the dark foe, cankered and covered head to toe in sores. Having himself become a breeding ground for darkness, his periods of clarity ever shortening, he knew not when he knew not when he would become lost to senseless, twisted nothingness. In truth, in his final days, he may as well have restarted his false death, for all the difference it made. Restarted his false death. Meh. All the while, his entire race had become a gaggle of squawking fools. Now that you possess true wisdom, I have little doubt that you too understand how it feels to be a changed being. And so Shokotl used the last of the time and wisdom left to him to transform the Dragon City once more and create Tsimame. And finally, Huitzilopochtli. What is this place? The Netland Phlogistonization Array. That is to say, a device that can transform all Natlan into a land of only phlogiston, or only of matter comprised of phlogiston. Yeah, but how is anybody going to survive in that kind of world? Phlogiston is an atom upon which information may be transcribed, and is itself a form of computronium. Sounds lame. Sounds like you're trying to put sci-fi shit in here. An element that can be used to imitate the essence of any and all things through the weaving of language, iridescent inscriptions. This is why phlogiston can take on different forms and even switch between them, and this is also why you could see phantoms at the repair mechanisms in the Chamber of Deliberation. That will burn everything, and all the information will be logged and replicated by that ocean of phlogiston units, turning all Natlan into a realm composed solely of primal flame. Yeah, but if nothing can survive with the primal flame, what's the point? When that happens, the moment the abyss approaches, the astral assemblages created by the primal flame will automatically attach to them, using mutual annihilation reactions to consign our shadowy foe to oblivion. Okay, well, I assume his dude's trying to say it in his really long sentence with like a lot of big words is that he's going to eviscerate Natlan and make it completely unstable and unusable for any life form and make it one big primal flame. And then when the abyss goes to strike, they just obliterate each other and they null each other out and then neither exists after. Is that what we're trying to say? The abyss shall never again be allowed even to gaze upon this realm, but all the lives in Natlan. They will die by that hand, or they can forsake their bodies and become pure phlogiston-based life forms. You're not even giving them a choice. That's incredibly selfish of you. There shall be neither ley lines nor substantive bodies. We shall own everything, yet never again own anything. We shall be beholden to neither birth nor death. Perhaps even life's meaning shall become null and void to us. Yay, what a great outcome. Can't wait to die and live that life. At that time, those dragons who have discarded their bodies and become phlogiston life forms shall become the rulers of the new world. Well, I don't know that they will, because by your own definition, they'll cease to exist. That's terrifying. So I thought too when this plan was first revealed to me. At the time, I believed that should this come to pass, all life would simply become flickering, illusory shadows cast by a titanic torch. Having lost our bodies, we would be bereft of any possibility to continue evolving. But no dragonborn who serves at Shikotal could refuse his orders. So I sought another path. Perhaps I should turn another guise for this bit. Okay, so they're not really these people. He's just giving forms familiar to me. Boner. Well, what do you think? Quite fascinating, no? Things such as this are easily possible through proper phlogiston manipulation via iridescent inscriptions. I kind of want to puke. Okay, puke is a really modern word, don't use it. Also, I don't think this Staphylosaurus has only just gained the ability to think in English would use such a phrase. What an interesting response. Alright, now let's head to Tunatia, to search for that non-existent Jade of Return, shall we? Wait, so Giabo is like clearly saying that he doesn't feel great about this. It sounds terrifying. Yet he's just blindly going along with what's been told to him. He's just blindly continuing the path rather than fighting against it. Or, you know, exhibiting any measure of self-will. Sure, that makes sense. It was too slow for my liking. Donatia. Now that is a fine name. Before the false sky enveloped the world, the city that lay beneath it could have rivaled Tolan itself. I've got to say, none of these cities look great, and none of them look like cities. They look like kind of basic landforms, and they aren't very interesting at that. In those days, while in search of light in the pitch dark outer realms, we set up a stairway? No, it might be more correct to call it a cable, to reach beyond our skies. And before Okkan spun it around, we had been preparing to leave it beyond our orbit and use it to tighten the sky cable and anchor the lattice trajectory. Dude, I don't understand a word you're saying, but I don't appreciate your use of the modern word cable. Later, it was modified to become Tenatia. It was originally intended to have hung higher in the sky, and then my beloved son, Okkan, hid a golden entreaty there. I once thought that through him I could discover how the one seated upon heaven's throne converted the ley lines into a girdle that defends the planet. I believed it once I understood the secrets of its operation, when I could use this method to merge the human and dragon races, allowing dragonkind to use subtler means to resist our great foe, the Abyss. That's a terrible way to manifest your knowledge. I applaud your effort in trying to gain that knowledge, because that seems like important knowledge to have, not the binding of human and dragon, no. Seeing how the world is used as a defense mechanism, that's good, because then you can use it in a different way. I wouldn't use it that way. There are better ways to use the defense mechanism against the Abyss than to bind human and dragon. And perhaps even allow the Dragonborn the right to once more glimpse truth beyond the skies. But you failed. Indeed, compared to the dragons, whose souls are more powerful and more uniform, the individual variation among human souls is far too great, thank God for that. And most of them are too fragile anyway. Okkan. His spirit was like broken glass. He flew all too close to the sun, what is he, Icarus? That he could become one with it. And close he got indeed, only to lose his shape as a result. Yep, it sounds like Icarus to me. He was so alike to my old self, and just as disappointing. Just like humanity itself. Perhaps I came into contact with them because I, too, once shared their frailties, and harboured fantasies of overcoming the strong even in my weakness. And such a fantasy came true once, when Xbalanque seized upon Chakotay's weak point and slew him. A weak point, you say. Shikoda was the master of the first flame, wielder of all light, heat, and wisdom. He controlled the primal flame and could even plunge his entire body into it. By all rights, at that time, there was no way he could have been harmed. If he had not modified one of his pupils to serve as the control hub for that is. Because he had to monitor and anchor reality using this eye, it became his sole weakness. That is how Xbalanque was able to take him down alongside himself. Wait, they died together? Yes. Xbalanque was undoubtedly slain at that time, but he was reborn then, and thus became the so-called god of fire, the Pyro Archon. Wait, what? Okay. Perhaps he paid the price for this death delayed, or perhaps this was part of the deal he had made with a certain entity all along. Whatever the case, he knew what that was, and naturally, my alliance with him through Okkan was meant to prevent its activation. Enter then, the Golden Treaties, the control hub that could be used to reactivate this place. Split in two between us for safekeeping. But this is a really bad idea. Why would I want to do this? Oh, not there? Sorry, I thought that's where you wanted them. My apologies. Oh wow, you're not talking to me. It's a miracle. This is a tower that allows it to cover all Natlan and anchor its areas of coverage. Most of them are destroyed at Okkan's orders, but their fragments serve the same purpose anyway. They never imagined that the carrier medium was something far smaller and more delicate, to the point that even a single stone could contain iridescent inscriptions. Had they found out, my plans now would have been rendered impossible. On to Natia. A place where I stored the Golden Treaty, alongside this place. I once believed that humanity could create a civilization still more glorious. After Xbalanque's apotheosis, I thought you said he died. Apotheosis doesn't require death. In fact, you don't die. You just rise up. I even thought that they might avoid the dead end we walked into. So I decided to give them more time. But too many years have gone by. None amongst the tribes have even dared, not since Okkan, to establish a united empire. Yeah, I noticed. It's how shit Natlan is. Until today, they lean on the authority of their so-called Archon like a crutch. They were unable to forge weapons for themselves to wield, such that their world might be defended from the all-corrupting dark. I also agree on that front. For a nation that is on the front line of defending against the Abyss, they're remarkably archaic and backwards in their approach to the Abyss fights. Their way of fighting against the Great Shadow still lies in their stale stories of heroic valor passed from generation to generation. I agree. I 100% agree with that. So consumed are they with the past that they dare not risk it all. Yes, thank you. Somebody else said it. Each time our foe strikes from the shadows, the slowly accumulated fruits of civilization are destroyed all in an instant, and afterward, there is only the eternal cycle, or worse, inexorable devolution. The time I granted disgrace has lost all meaning as a result. Perhaps if I gave them a few thousand years more, perhaps several tens of thousands, they will create that glorious shining epoch, but my faith has run out. Look, maybe you ought to have given them some guidance. Like, hey guys, I'm giving you time to sort your shit out, get it together, or I'm going to wipe you out. I mean, if you'd given them that kind of ultimatum, I'm sure Natlanese society, over the last 100,000 years, they would have gotten their shit together. Then again, maybe not. And waiting. Waiting has become a luxury, whether it be for me or this once sealed sacred city. Yet, dude, I'm still not seeing a city. I really don't know what your concept of a city is, but I don't see a single structure resembling a building, and you need a building to be a city. Come, the story is almost at its end. Let me witness your choice. Mine? Interesting that you're giving me a choice. I kind of thought you were forcing me into a particular path because you want a certain thing to happen. Yes, Chesner Dragons, I would hear your answer. You wouldn't have to do this massive expositions up if you just give me information along the way. And it would have been more natural and served less confusion. Games really need to work on their lore dumps. It's not very practical, just jump it at the end. Yes, Expedition 33, I'm looking at you. Behold that, and its activation array. Bring it to life. This way, our shadowy enemy may never again gain a foothold upon this place. and afterward, via the gradual expansion of the Primal Flames part. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have we not beaten the Abyss in Natlan? Like, was that not the whole point of Ikapatano's, sacrifice? Is that it will no longer encroach? Am I misremembering? This all just seems moot to me. Just like when a complete bubble is blown within the leaking husk of an old one. Perhaps the entire world shall become free from abyssal poison, but the authority of a primal flame. When Natlan is fully phlogistonized, the very concept of life will be rewritten. Yep, you pretty much said as much. That authority will then return naturally. Only draconic phlogiston life forms may wield this authority. As such, you can become the shaper of this new world. You can also become the Pyro Dragon Sovereign Renewed, except I will repeat myself, and that he's a saurian, not a dragon. He's literally a dinosaur. I know that they technically would come from the same overarching family, but really not. No, I suspect that any such rulership would be something entirely new, surpassing our traditional conceptions. Then you shall reclaim all light, all heat, all wisdom, bringing all order and great glory back to this realm, even to this world. Even if doing so means the end of evolution, who knows, perhaps it will instead prove the beginning of a new evolutionary cycle. You literally just said that, like, all shit ceases to exist while you exist. So, no, I don't think it is going to do so. Slipping on the path leading onward can be another form of bravery. That bravery has nothing to do with evolution, sir. Especially when the alternative is infinite regression. Now then, choose. Activate it. Draw near and then feel. Why are you just doing what he says? Are you trying to kill all of Natlan? I just don't get it. Now he remembers I exist. About time, bro. No, wait. Lunara. Oh my. And here I thought you wouldn't be able to remember them. Never mind how your mind now has at least 1,000 years worth of memories within it. I also intended for you to make your decision while having forgotten them. Manipulation at its finest. Lunara was never meant to have existed here. Though of course, it was precisely due to her and her aid that you were able to reach this place. She is, however, rather special. Maybe that phlogistonization of Natlan will not affect her. I'm going to say it probably wouldn't. It'd probably just enhance her. Maybe. No one knows what will happen once it is activated. Perhaps there shall then be no difference between you and me. Perhaps we shall both be destroyed. Yeah, I love all these unknowns, yet he's just still like, let's commence. We may all cease to exist. I don't know, but let's just do it anyway. Perhaps she and that little emissary by her side will live. Perhaps they will not. But really not the point. I think the greater Natlan and their lives there within are a little more, of gravitas. Enough of that. Time is short. We do not have much excess energy left to also maintain those of our kind who have already become phlogiston life forms. If we do not obtain the authority over the primal flame in time, all shall soon perish, and once that moment comes, choice itself will be lost to us. Quickly, choose, O chosen of dragons. This is an omen of new life, and also the final entreaty. Entering trigger sequence, 3 rounds of confirmations will be required to either activate or deactivate the sweeping skyfire, the sunquake. First confirmation. Are you certain that you wish to activate? Huitzilopochtli. No, cancel activation, thank you. Results confirmed. Sleeping Skyfire activation sequence has been cancelled. Huitzilopochtli has ceased operation. So, this is your decision, I presume. I wonder what would have happened if you continue with it. If you went through all 3 confirmations. They wouldn't kill Natlan, so what would have happened? Would Gioba have had a change of heart? I don't know. Why did you do it? I still believe in humanity, and I will not put Lunara in permanent risk. Again, you're only thinking about 2 people. What about the entirety of Natlan? Like, you yourself have already raised the possibility that killing that many people would be horrifying. Yet now you're only caring about 2 people? And yet you may not hold the same pride of place in their hearts. Are they not adventurers who roam the world? Perhaps it was only out of a charity, or the desire to gain treasure or some other reward that they brought you here. Perhaps in their hearts they even harbour grievances against the nuisance you make of yourself, roaring in this way and that as you do. What they think of me matters little. They, however, are important to me. That's what really counts. You have no idea what folly you have chosen, or what you shall now lose. There is still time, you know. I will not activate it. Even if the wisdom and power you enjoy now will fade without the primal flame's aid. It was the fire I allotted to you that granted you that intellect. Yet deprived of our primal source, we shall merely share the feeblest of flames between two meager matches. This reminds me of Flowers of Algernon, and that's super sad. I don't like that story. It's too tragic for my liking. Soon, everything here shall cease to exist, and you will lose both your strength and powers of speech. How will you tell your Lunara and Paimon of this world that you almost gained, yet in the end, lost? They don't have to know about... I mean, can I put out a really bold, stupid suggestion here? I've never done this, but you guys said that when the traveller inhabits a Saurian form, they can understand other Saurians. I mean, I've never tested that, but you guys have told it to me multiple times, so I have to assume that that is true. Why can the traveller not inhabit a Saurian and converse with Geoba? Why has she not done this so far, if it's a literal mechanic in the game? It seems kind of short-sighted that this is an ability she has and she uses, but she won't use it when it matters. I just don't get it. Where's the consistency? They don't have to know about something as silly as this. Yeah. Fool. You do not even know where they are, nor is there any way back from this place. If there isn't a way back to them, then I'll make one. And use your stupid life forms as my power source. I mean, they're gonna disappear anyway, so I would totally just use their life forms. He literally said that they can't be sustained for long, so I would just use their energy. Bye, Kukulkan. I'd like to say it's been great to know you, but I really have no fucking clue why we met you in the first place. To really say that. Ooh, this is a nice ground. I like the golden swirls. It's really nice. Breaking reality, sir. Step out into the path you have created. Come back. You know not what you preterm it. Yo, hold up. Googling. Never seen that word in my life. And I am a well-read person. Pretermit. Pretermit. This is another point where I sort of feel like someone's just dumped Chinese into Google Translate and then just chosen the word that it came out with, regardless of whether it actually has usage in the English language. Happens a lot in this game and a lot of other games that are not naturally in English. Pretermit. Omit to do or mention. You know, not what you omit. Or abandon, actually. Abandon seems more appropriate. It does say abandon for a time, though. But I don't think we're abandoning it for a time. We're abandoning it permanently. So I would actually double down and say that that's not the right word choice. But anyway, we progress. Bro. Get out of my way. Nyong. I am gonna break through your barriers. Your folly is beyond belief. Whee! Look, it's not using phlogiston. You are not as important to them as you think. Oh my word. Whee! Come back. You don't know what you're pre-turned on. Yeah. Dude, at least be original in your insults. Yay! I broke the pyramid of light. We're about to be trapped. Huh? Nothing happened. Wait, no. Did you save us? Geoba? Rawr! Oh no. If you're growing this big, does that mean that you've recovered? Could it be that? Be on your guard. The battle's not over yet. Who is this? Can I ask who this entity is who keeps speaking to us? I assumed it was the Huazagota, whatever the fuck that word is. But that doesn't make sense now after just having had that conversation. Is it Kukulkan's son, whatever his name was? Wouldn't that be Okukan? No, that doesn't make sense either. Alright, there's still that big guy. Can I not be the traveler? Nope. Human and Saurian is one. Yeah, you mean he's actually going to do something constructive unlike last time? You've developed an unspoken synergy with your Petlosaurus companion during your journeys together. When your foe launches powerful attacks, you'll be able to spot their weaknesses and fight back alongside your companion. Can you be more specific, please? Nope. Okay, well, have fun dying. Just as well we're on easy mode, hey? Where is Giaba? I don't see Giaba. Oh, there he is. Oh, no, he's on the move. See? I guess. Yeah? Did that do something constructive? No. Paimon was saying something, but I couldn't see what she was saying. Ouch. I was trying to get out of the way of that. Oh, yeah, I'm instructing him to go smack. No, you get off Giaba.
Water jet!
Ouch, that hurt.
Bombs away!
Go get him, Giaba. You don't seem to be doing much, but then again, neither am I. I can't be judging when I'm doing shit myself. The shield's back up. Ooh, shield. Shield, nice. Oh, wow. Me collecting shield actually worked. Excuse me, can you please help me? This hurts. Thank you.
Water jet!
Yeah! She sounds like me. Uh-oh, that's gonna hurt. Go get that before it explodes, please. Oh my. I said Giaba! I said to go attack, bro. You're trying to get me killed? I'm gonna die if I don't heal enough in the next 2 seconds. Get in there, tiger.
Bombs away!
Ah! That's nice. Please heal while we do this, or I'm in trouble. I need to get to full health, or I will die the next time that happens.
Water jet!
I'm not getting to full health. Shit. Better you than me.
Wipe out!
Can I get into the... Oh, that was my ability. That was not a shield thing. It's not. No. Please. Oh, thank God. We got it much quicker that time. This doesn't seem to be connected at all. Whoops. We're all hate them for 2 seconds. Phew. Guess it's finally over. O chosen of dragons, you have completed every trial set before you. I like this colour scheme. This colour scheme's much prettier. The Flame Lord's blessing has been dispelled. Again, you're showing me from this angle, so I can't see his head. The curse has been lifted. By whom? Who's speaking? I guess I'll never know. Did you just say the same thing 3 times, Paimon? Paimon was going to say, for you to have grown up this big and yet still be safe, Giaba. Could it be that fighting was just what was needed to remove the bloodline curse? Oh, right, you have no idea what just happened. Still, that sage of the soul flame when I didn't show up. Not even once. Maybe he already did. Did you see him, little guy? Wait, you're not even going to tell me? Wow. Wait, what's wrong? Were you hurt during the battle? Gru. Chosen of dragons, I chose you after much deliberation. And you have my thanks for all that you have done. I've always believed in you. It's hard for me to say this, Lunara. Never forget that I love you. Huh? Gru. Hey, Giaba, what's gotten into you? Hey, you're back to your normal size. Uh-oh, this whole place is shaking. Is the volcano about to blow? Let's get Giaba out first. Right, whoops, can't forget his scarf. So you imply when he got smaller he lost his scarf, but when he got bigger it just magically teleported to a different limb? Okay. And it can't have been Giaba talking, because they were talking to Giaba in that last sequence. And he wouldn't have referred to Lunara as Chosen of Dragons. I'm just still confused. Doesn't take much, I know. So this is as far as the maintenance functions go. I thought your technical skills could have taken us a bit further. Still, I finally understand how you felt, Shakodal, my great brother. I now know what it means to come to the end of one's days, to yearn to see this one thing done, or to receive that single clear answer, and to be willing to do anything to accomplish these goals. I imagine you'd scold me. Why are the things I say and do always worlds apart? If I had truly wished for a dragon to activate the system, should I not have raised them within the sacred city, teaching them to hate this world? Why did I send them to be by a human's side? Perhaps deep down I still wished to believe. But look, isn't it wonderful? It made the same choice I made back then, and Okkan too for that matter. My king, my elder brother, a lord who gave me life on the day you yourself were born. You once said that in my final moments, I would understand your desire. But it seems that on this point alone I cannot concede. I'd care more, sir, if I understood the storyline and your relevance. But I don't, so whatever.